The views expressed and the opinions given by the individual host and their guests do not necessarily reflect those of Para X, its affiliates, or its sponsors.
It's coming.
All these voices. All these voices.
They're mine. They're not yours. You had no right to them when you were alive, and you have no right to them when you're dead. That's what it sounded like. Good, you know who I am. And you know I'm not playing. You're going to let those women go. In Jesus' name, you're going to let those women go.
There's a demon here watching us right now? Watching us right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Staring into the Abyss. I am your host, horror author James Hershey Jr., and with me, as always, my co-host, old boy James Ash. How you doing, brother?
What is up, misfits? Motherfuckers, ghost hunters, and demon lovers. I hope you guys are having a good evening.
Tonight's episode should hopefully be interesting. I don't know what we're talking about yet. It is Old Boy's week to choose. So, I guess without further ado, let's see what he has to say, and then I'll be back on the other side of it to react to whatever it is he is talking about. So, Old Boy, go ahead, brother.
So, guys, this show is going to be why is there so many cryptid, aliens, paranormal, all these conspiracies, and all these things getting seen on video and camera. What's going on? And I'm going to give you my opinion right now about this. Lately, there's, we just did the show about the aliens last week, and there's more stuff coming out about, they have it on video. And I saw a video today that they said, the family was taken in custody. They weren't. The guy came out and said, nope, this is my house. No one's taken us in custody. The government hasn't taken us away. They've contacted us, but they're not taking us away. That was a rumor. But he said he still saw what he saw. I know there's videos out of these creatures hiding behind the fence, like 8-9 feet tall. Some are saying 10, but it looks like 8 or 9 is what everybody's saying. That's what the guy said, 9 feet tall. The police saw it land in their yard. It has videos. There was another video with a bunch of people in the ocean where this giant reptilian, as you could see the face, was just going along, didn't even care they were there. And there was a bunch of videos about it. Had a giant head, but like a body about 31 feet long, maybe 32. But that was it. It was just moving along, didn't care. It was huge. People were there. There's a guy on a video on a boat where he sees a mermaid or a siren, whatever you want to call them, and you could hear it. You could see it jumping and chasing and singing, but it could be, what I call it, CGI, but you could tell he wasn't that kind of person. I'm just telling you, a lot of things are coming out now, and I don't know how people feel, but can't keep lying anymore. And there's a theory here's another conspiracy theory, is that in the 80s and 90s that they were messing around with time. That's where Stranger Things comes from, the Marduk experiments and stuff like that, like the Marduk monster in New Jersey, and that they messed up time and we're now in another dimension. That we, in the early 90s, and that's why everything's gone weird in the last 30 years. It's just a theory I've been hearing. I don't know if I believe it, but I don't know. A lot of weird stuff's happening since the early 2000, beginning of 2099. People have got more vicious. People kill each other for craziest, stupidest things. But then I hear, and this is fair, we didn't have cameras then. We didn't have videos like we did on phones and social media, and we just didn't see stuff that was already happening. And they said this has always been happening, and it's pretty much true. Look at the early BC 2000, stuff was happening then. They were doing whatever they wanted, killing each other just because, either religious or they just wanted to dominate or take over a country. Or some king or rich man or woman saw that you had something they wanted. Your wife was beautiful, or your husband was gorgeous, and they killed you and made some false bull crap about bullshit that you were a witch or you're evil or doing demon and devil worshiping, and they killed you, or that you got thrown in jail and murdered or tortured. We know how that goes. But there's a lot of stuff coming out now, and it's constantly something. I mean, some of it's fake, you could tell, but there's just so much stuff coming, so much activity coming, and it's crazy to me. It's even like a lot of things where you're getting to see, like Dogman. I see Dogman all the time, and Bigfoot, and that was always like that. But aliens is constantly, and it's even public places now. You can't really lie about it anymore. So that's what I was going to do the show about. I decided to do it this way because a lot of stuff's coming out, man, and it isn't all made up. I know some of it is, and we all know that. We're not fools. I'm not going to go to the I know, so, God, this and that, or this is going to happen. I'm sorry, that's your opinion. That's cool. If that's what you believe, that's fine. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. I would never do that. You guys are all allowed to believe in whatever you want. Unlike some people, and I'm not saying we have a open in mind and we don't care what you do. If you guys, and I know, and I'm going to be honest, I'm going to bring something up. Just so you know, we're not trying to offend anybody. We're not going to lie to you. If you guys get offended, that I'm sorry, we're not trying to do that. We would never offend any kind of women or men, or we're not like that, or trans women, trans men's. I'm not trying to offend anybody, and just so you know, we're not trying to do that. We both have differences of opinions in our life, and that's just how it goes. But I love James. He lives in a different world than I live in. And you know what? I get it. You know what? He was raised different than I was. I was raised in a different way. Just so you guys know, my mom's a reverend. I'm far from it. We can all tell that. Just like James, he's a different kind of person. He's a preacher, reverend, whatever you want to call him. Don't want to offend anybody, but just so you guys know, we're not trying to offend anybody or make you guys mad. I get it, but just so you guys know that. I wanted to bring that up because something happened a couple weeks ago. So no, her feelings are hurt. So I hope you guys enjoy what we're doing, and we're going to keep bringing you great things and great stories. So I just wanted to say that, and we'll drop it at that. There's just so much stuff going on. I see it all the time. And you got to watch TikTok. A lot of this crap is bullshit. Sorry. It's fucking bullshit. I don't care whatever you think. Some of it could be true. There's too many conspiracy. Too many people are overdoing it now. It's just like with paranormal. There's too many people and crypto who think they're fucking experts because they watch Zach Baggins and the Ghost Hunter shows and Ghost Adventures. You're not. Just because you watch a couple shows don't mean you know what the fuck you're doing. I'm finally going to say what I'm going to say, and that's too bad. And I don't care if people get mad. But a lot of people are getting a lot of evidence. Ghosts constantly. I see that all the time. There's a lot of activity going on, and I'm enjoying it because I'm a ghost hunter. I love doing that stuff. There's going to be more stuff. We just did an investigation last week, again, at Go Bar Ranch. I love that place. And it feels like somebody's been doing stuff there. We had a lot of good evidence, so you guys will be enjoying that soon. I see a lot of conspiracy, like this video I've been seeing about the griffin. You know what that is, the mythological creature. It looks like an eagle with a lion's body. And supposedly there's a guy who had a video where it shows this, looks like an eagle, but it has the front legs as eagle, but in the back legs is like a lion. It was weird, and I'm like, you never know. And then it shows videos of this pet, and it looks like a griffin. It's this animal, and it has like a weird head. It has a lion's body, and it's probably fake. But I've been hearing a lot about that too. The griffin, the Cthulhu, Lovecraft guys. There's videos of people in the back showing this giant monster with wings, and if you see this thing, it's standing in the ocean, in the middle of the ocean. The fucking thing's huge, and when it says it's huge, it's meters big, thousands of I don't even know. I forget stories, and it's crazy how big this thing is. And the story of the Cthulhu I'm probably fucking the name up because you know how I am. It's huge, and it's supposed to come up and take over the earth one day. And it's supposed to be just stories and stuff, but there was the bleep from the ocean to one side to the other, so we'll never know. Or is it the Kraken? Or the Leviathan? We don't know what the fuck it is. There's something there. The Megalodon, the giant shark. I mean, did you see the new video where the guys are in the ocean and this thing is huge chasing after him? It's big. It's huge. It looks like, and it's not like an orca. This shit was big. It was huge. And they show another video of a giant shark over there in Mexico that they call it the Black Demon because it has black eyes and it's like a black-colored shark. One guy has it looks like Nessie. It was like 15 feet long or 10 feet long or something, and it has its entrails coming out, but it looks like a plesiosaur dead. And he showed the video of it on the beach. Again, it could be fake. We know how people fake a lot of stuff. There was another one from Brazil where they have this weird. It looks like a weird creature. It's like 6 or 7 feet long, but it has like weird fins in the back, but it has wings, and it's ugly looking, but it looks like it looks like it's fake dummy kind of, but whatever it is, it was weird looking, creepy looking. And then aliens constantly, especially what happened in Vegas, they're still talking about that shit. I don't know, man. I saw the video of that thing looks weird. It doesn't look like it's CGI. It looks like it's a fucking something I've never seen before in my life. And the first thing that I see, and this is one thing I'm going to say, this is what pisses me off. I've seen comments. It's either fake or I've got a gun and it shows people blasting. I'm going to tell you this right now. This is quit fucking and living in fear. I'm going to tell you this right now. One, you're not going to do that because they have a bunch of laws about it. If it's real, you're going to go to jail for the rest of your life. And two, I don't know if you want to do that. Did you see what they're flying? We don't have that technology, guys. They can fuck us, dude. Pretty bad. People need to stop thinking you're on TV and you're going to kill something because you saw it on TV. If you kill that, we're going to have some fucking problems if they're real. Some bad problems. And that's what I'm worried about. We're going to be dumb and shoot something out of the sky. We already have, supposedly. And the problem is we're supposed to be working with them, some of them. We don't know that, though. It's just rumors and bullshit. You never know what we're doing. They know what's there. The government's not going to tell us the truth. We know how that goes. They might as well. It's people, whistleblower came out, and all kinds of shit's coming out about this. It's just pointless. Just tell the truth. There's no more point to lying. I don't understand why it keeps going on with the bullshit. It's not a secret anymore. Most people know. And if you don't, it's people who are just scared that they're afraid to know the truth. Because it's going to change everything. And I know that is. And these creatures exist. How do we know? This is a theory I've been coming up. How do we know all the stuff like you see like Cyclops and all these three-headed monsters and the Hydra and Griffins and all this shit really existed? Like goblins, like Lord of the Rings, guys. How do you know that didn't really exist in reality? How do we get that in our mind? We didn't, let's do the telephone thing. I've heard about this since I was a kid, but somebody just didn't make this up. Something had to happen. I don't know what to say. If you look at the Sphinx, they look like a half lion man. And a lot of these weird looking creatures, maybe they were doing mutations, the Minotaur, all this kind of stuff. Maybe this shit's real and they went away. Like, either like Atlantis, they sunk, maybe it didn't sink. Maybe they can move this fucking thing up and down in the ocean. Maybe they went to another planet. We don't know what the fuck they are. Maybe they were here before us and they made us. And that's a possibility. And again, that changes everything. Because then people ain't going to know how to deal with that. That we're not the top dog anymore. We never really have been. I'm glad we got to do this show because I've been wanting to do this. I've been hearing a lot of stuff. And just so you know, it's been like the last couple years. So we've been doing a lot of shit about all this stuff. And now it's just blowing up every fucking day. It's something new. So, come on. It's just too much. There's something going on. And you know what? Maybe everything we've been talking about is coming true. maybe we're in another dimension. Maybe we switched over. I don't know. I don't know what the hell to say. I'm just saying there's a lot of shit going on. And it isn't just fake. I know some of it is. I'll give you that. There's a lot of it's bullshit. We know that. People just want to be on TV or be famous and try to get money out of anything. We know that. That's just how life is. There's people who think that's going to be the solving of everything, that money's going to do this. I'm going to tell you, 90% of people get money, they go broke or die, or something bad happens to them, or the family does something, they get sued, they lose all their money. Look at the lottery. It's like 74% of the people are broke. I'm telling you right now, when you get a lot of money, you don't know how to deal with it, you're going to fuck yourself probably. So that's just what happens, guys. So there's just a lot of shit that I see. And now I'm bringing it up. It was just a good show. It brought up with the alien. It brought it up for that one. Just like the dark room. I see shit all the time about the dark rooms. The back rooms, not the dark room, sorry. I apologize. The back rooms. And then some people said it's like a hell. There's like these weird spider monsters. There's all kinds of different things that chase after you. Maybe it is. Maybe the back rooms is hell. And they just keep chasing you. And they kill you, and then you have to go back again. It would be you just go in this endless of nothing there. And you go to either there's stores, it's like these super stores, like they just go on for miles. And then these weird fucking creatures chasing you. And they kill you. And then it happens again. Maybe that's what hell is. You never know, guys. I'm just giving theories. All these people, like people are just... There's some weird serial killer too somewhere. I think it's not... That's another thing. I seen that. Like, I think it's up in, I don't know... fucking Texas. I don't know if it's Texas, somewhere over there. There's some weird serial killer going around killing some people, like women and stuff. Not surprised. Another weird ass shit that's going on, man. I'm sorry, not trying to scare you guys, but there's some weird shit going on now, guys, and it's getting weirder. And we're going to have to see what's going to happen soon. I think something's going to happen, and nothing's going to be able to... in this world is never going to be the same again. Going that route. And you know what? It was coming. It was coming. And it's going to be weird that finally that they're going to come after all this time. That's just my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. I might be wrong. In another 20 years, I'll be sitting here and looking stupid. But that's just my opinion. I'm not saying I know everything. I just have this feeling. I also saw this thing about China, but I think that's bullshit about the flying giant dragons. And it showed them burning up China, burning China's forest. And then they had that thing where they found like these dinosaurs were 18 to 20 feet tall. They found that circle. Remember, they found like this big hole. It had like all these animals that were supposed to be extinct, dinosaurs, all these creatures. I don't know about that, but you never know, man. They also said China has all these zombie attacks, and these zombies are killing people. And there's this other thing where it has like this guy talking about zombie attacks, and it was supposed to be our government talking about what to do and what kind of weaponry to use. I've heard that one. I don't believe it either. But there's just a lot of shit, especially over there in Asia and China and stuff. There's a lot of stuff being seen. Giant holes coming out of nowhere. Just things that go drying up, and water drying up. And then it's barely getting hot. Usually it's hot as hell right now in California. It's finally starting to get hot in mid-June. And next week's supposed to be cooling down. It's weird. It's so weird. But, you know, some people are going to say global warming. We don't even want to go there. We got to do a show about that eventually, too. That's good. I'm glad I brought that up, too. That's another one that's coming. And I know how that's going to go. And Antarctica. So much stuff about Antarctica. I want to do a show so bad about Antarctica. That's another one. Giant holes, a giant wall, and you go over, there's another continent that they're not talking about because it shows it on old maps like from 500, 600, 700 years ago. Aliens that live under the water, monsters, all kinds of stuff that's supposed to be there. These giant, like, crab-like monsters that defend, like, you go in certain parts of Antarctica, they tell you not to go there, they'll kill you. All kinds of stuff that I think it's over there. And I would love to do a show, James, and that's another one I'm going to ask you. Let's do that show. I think people deserve it. I think that it would be a great show for me, you had to do. And I think it's, you know, and I know they're going to start, I know, you know, the movie The Thing, I know they're going to redo it. They're going to do another movie. That's what I've been hearing. So we'll see. We'll see if that ever fucking comes out. Well, you know how that goes. They'll say that and we'll be waiting another 10 years. So, dragons. I've been seeing videos of that too. That's another one that's coming. It's not impossible, guys. I love dragons, man. That's like one of my favorite mythological creatures. I want one. I know it's probably never going to happen, one way or another. But they're just so badass. I love them. I would love to fly like House of Dragons with Game of Thrones. Check it out. You know, I love the Game of Thrones anyway because there's monsters, crazy ass dragons, all kinds of shit happening in there. But House of Dragons with the giant dragons, God, I want a dragon so bad. Purple and black dragon with either red or purple eyes. Not purple eyes. Like yellowish eyes. That would be badass. And it breathes fire or ice. Something different. About 60 feet long. Oh, fuck, that would be great just to fly that. That's just me. Sorry, guys. I was dorking out or nerding out, but that's just me, you know. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. I was just trying to maybe do something different because there's so much stuff going on. You know, I want to bring up Vegas again because we didn't get to finish that part where it shows the videos of now there's more stuff coming out about it. And I believe it happened. Of course, they're going to say it didn't. There's a lot of stuff coming out, and it's not going to be able to be hidden no more. So I hope you guys enjoy the show. Please let me know what you guys think in the comments. I know you're going to. Please don't fight. Don't attack us. Just tell us your opinion. But there you go, James. I hope you guys enjoyed what I thought.
Truth and lies. Those are the two most important things here for this show and in a lot of ways for life. Because the ability to determine what is true and what is BS applies to literally everything you do. Is it true that there is more paranormal activity, whether it be ghost or demonic activity or aliens or cryptozoological things like Bigfoot, Nessie, those kind of things? Is it true that there's more than there was before? Yes, I would say objectively, yes, there is more than there was before. Why? That's the question. Why is there more? Is there more because there are a lot more people out there looking for it? A lot more cameras that are filming, trying to catch it? So we are documenting more activity than we did before because there's more people that are trying to document it. Is that the reason? Is it possibly because there's a lot more of it out there? That it really doesn't have anything to do with the people documenting it. It's more about just the fact that there's more. Now, there's a couple different ways we could go with this part of the show. You know, I could go the religious way. I could talk about the book of Revelations. I could talk about the end of the world and how when the world is coming to an end and it's almost a tribulation period, that the Bible says it's going to be like the days of Noah. Now, that's a cool saying, man. That's something that's really neat to hear, but what the hell does that mean? Well, the days of Noah were filled with debauchery, wickedness, evil. Everybody lying, everybody using each other and cheating each other, and sexual perversion and all kinds of horrible things. They're way worse than that, like homosexual rape and just all kinds of things. There's literally a story in the Bible where two angels come down. And they're coming down to check out Sodom and Gomorrah and to see if there's anybody worth saving, or if those cities need to be destroyed because they're just full of wickedness. So they go in and they visit this dude, man, and they're hanging out with him, and the guy's a good guy. But while they're there, a mob shows up outside the house, demanding that the guy let them in because they want to sodomize the angels. You heard me right. They want to take the angels out and forcibly rape them. That's crazy. So that tells you how wicked the world was in those times, and before God flooded the world. So the Bible says that before the end times, it'll be as the days of Noah. And I think we're pretty much there, guys. I mean, look around you. Wickedness and evil is celebrated as good. If you stand up for right and you stand up for good, you are the one that's called evil. They got it backwards. The abuse and the horrible things that they do to children, it's just god awful. Now, I could go down that path. We could talk about all that tonight. I could use my half of the show to talk about that if I wanted to. You've heard it before. If that's what you're interested in and that's what you want to hear, I urge you to go to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/James Hershey Jr., shameless plug, #1. And check out my End Time series, guys. I did an entire, 7 or 8 episode series on the end times where I go into super detail about the rapture, about the tribulation period, the millennial kingdom, the mark of the beast, the Antichrist, all of it. I cover every bit of it in excruciating detail. So if that's what you want to learn, go check it out. It's there for you. It's free. youtube.com/James Hershey Jr. That's where you can find it. I could do that. But instead, I think that we'll deal with some other issues. Now, I said in the beginning that the two most important things are determining truth and lies. So what do you need to determine truth? You need knowledge. You need factual evidence. And that's the problem. Part of the reason why we have more paranormal activity that goes on now is because there's a large portion of it that's not real. A large portion of it is people faking things and pretending in order to get clicks or views or to get a TV show or to be famous. That's literally what's happening. I'm in this field, guys. I see this every day. I know people who are full of crap. I know people who pretend that they're experts on this, that, or the other thing. I know people that pretend they have haunted dolls and that have haunted jewelry and that they're psychics and that they can tell this, that, and they're full of crap. They're just doing it to try to get a TV show. So a lot of this paranormal activity that's being put out there that flood the market and makes it look like there's a lot more activity than there used to be, a lot of it's made up. It's bullshit. That's what it is. Smoke and mirrors, crap. That's the truth. I still think that there's more than there used to be, but I don't think it's as much as people think it is because there's so much BS on the market. There's so many people out there who are faking crap. Another issue of it is, remember I said you got to have knowledge. You have to know what the hell you're talking about. You have to have a good understanding of the subject matter. But you don't have that. You have a lot of people because the paranormal field has gotten so popular. You have a lot of people that got into this that have no idea what the hell they're doing. They have no idea what the hell they're talking about. And believe me, you can spot them fairly easily. You can tell. They're always the one that has to talk. They're always the one that wants to chime in with their little opinion that means nothing. See, that whole misconception that everybody's opinion should matter, I don't believe that. Because if you have no knowledge on the subject, what the hell is your opinion worth? Nothing. If you needed an answer to a math problem, would you ask somebody who doesn't know how to add and subtract? And when they gave you an answer, would you hold that answer as gospel? Would you say, their opinion matters, that they have just as much chance to be right as this mathematics professor? No, they don't. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. And that's the problem in the field right now. Too many people don't know what the hell they're talking about. They sit at home, they watch Ghost Adventures, or they watch one of those kind of shows, right? And they believe whatever garbage they see on that, and then that is truth to them. So then they go out and they actually try to correct people who have been in the field for decades, who know what the hell they're doing, who actually work real cases and do these things. They try to correct them. And you can see it. Just go to any outlet that does paranormal, whether it's YouTube, TikTok, any of these, Facebook, any of these social media things, or any of these places where you can put up pictures or video. And you'll see it. Look in the comment section. You'll have somebody saying, we captured this strange light anomaly, or listen to this EVP we captured. What does it sound like to you? And then you always have some pinhead in the comments. I'm actually, what that is, and they have no freaking idea what they're talking about. And half the times, the little thing they're writing, they misspell half the words. They're freaking idiots. But we're supposed to listen to these idiots. Everybody's supposed to pretend like they're right when they're not. I'm sick of it. I'm sick and tired of all these people who don't know anything, just muddying the damn waters. Every time something happens, you have hundreds and hundreds of people. They got to go in and make videos about it. And they talk about it. And they have no freaking idea what they're talking about. And a lot of these people, they're getting their information from influencers. Influencers. The stupid teenage people who just last week did a video of their new sweater haul. Oh, I ordered a bunch of sweaters. Look, let me try them on. That's who you're getting your information from? That's who you're listening to. That's who you're going to watch a video by and then go and make a video telling everybody that you are an expert and authoritative source on this and that you can tell us exactly what this is. You have no idea what the hell you're talking about. Too many of these people. Too many. Don't do any research. They have no idea what the hell they're talking about. And they're out there just muddying the water, man. Just putting garbage out there. That's why we have so many stupid theories that deal with all of these things. This Vegas thing Old Boy was talking about, prime example. So what happens is these people are out working on a car and there's a blue, some people say blue, some people say green, light in the sky that comes streaking down, looks like a meteor falling or something. And then there's a hell of a kaboom when it crashes. That was captured on a ring cam, like one of those door cameras. And they call the cops. They call 911. They're like, oh my God. Dude, something just crashed. And we're literally looking out our back door and we're looking at aliens right now. So the cops go and they go to check it out. They're like, damn, what the hell's that? And they go check it out. We later find out, if we can believe it, that one police officer actually captured it on camera. The thing falling out of the sky. So the cops go, and I don't know if that's one of the cops that investigated it or just another cop, because so many different reports. Because you got too many people talking about it, you don't know what the hell they're talking about, see? So you don't know what's real. Too many stories. So the cops go and check this out. They go to the people's house, they interview the people, they look around the backyard. They can't find any wreckage. They can't find any aliens. They can't even find any sign that there was a crash. But these people say that the thing crashed and they were looking at aliens in their backyard. Okay? So that's where the story was. So then a day goes by. After a day, you've got tons of people that have put out videos on it. Little short things where they're talking about it. And they're showing footage from these people. So this footage is this crazy looking alien in their backyard that's like messing around the fence line, and he's god awful looking, man. He looks crazy. I mean, it doesn't look human at all, and it doesn't look like what we picture an alien to look like at all either. It's not like the little grays with the big head and all that. This is a big, thin, weird looking alien creature. It looks scary as hell. So that footage was put out there as the footage of the aliens. So then the story keeps changing. The story keeps evolving. And you don't know what the hell's true. And what's going to happen is we're going to find out a couple months down the line, 6 months down the line, whatever, what the actual story was with that. Eventually we'll figure it out, right? There'll be enough reputable sources that report on it. There'll be enough evidence to look at that we can say, okay, this is what's going on here. This is what happened. This footage was fake. This footage was real. This happened. They saw something crash. They didn't say it crashed in their backyard. He said it crashed in the area. The cops came, couldn't find nothing in the backyard. They didn't look in the area. Whatever it is, right? Whatever the story is going to shake out to be, we'll know eventually what's going on. But the problem is, until that happens, we're not sure what the truth is. But that doesn't stop all of these people from going out and making all of these videos about this is what happened. We know the truth about what happened. Well, how the hell do you know? How do you know? Were you there? No, you weren't there. You know because you watched another YouTube video by some other idiot who wasn't there, who's telling you that they know what happened. None of you know what the hell happened. But they go on and they pretend like they know what the hell happened. And then you have all these people that watch them who believe them. So then when you're actually trying to investigate something, you have to deal with those people that have seen these other people talking out their ass about something they didn't know about. But they take that information that those people said on that video as gospel. So then you've got to deal with that. Now, the Las Vegas thing was a bad example for what I'm trying to say. Okay? But that's the most recent thing that happened. But say you're dealing with a demonic case, right? And you've got to deal with these clients and you're trying to explain to them how it works and what they need to do and what the process is. But unfortunately, they decided they were going to research on their own and they went and they watched some ghost adventures. And they saw old Zach the Dildo yelling at the demons. So now they think that what they need to do is they need to contact these demons and they need to be aggressive with them and yell at them and tell them to get out and all this kind of stuff, right? They're following that they saw on TV thinking that's the truth and that's what's real. Instead of listening to the actual exorcist and the team that does this for a living, that's telling them, no, that's not what you want to do. Every time you contact these things, every time you initiate a conversation, you are opening doorways. You are inviting these things into your life. You need to close all those doorways. You need to go through a process of emotional and spiritual healing. You need to deal with all those past traumas. You need to stop these behaviors, which are opening doorways, but they don't want to hear that. Because, well, Zach on TV said, that's what happens. That's why the paranormal field is going to crap. That's why people laugh at paranormal investigators now. You've become a joke. Because you let all these idiots in who don't know what the hell they're talking about. They're expert ghost hunters because they watched ghost adventures. That's like saying, I'm an expert cryptozoologist because I watched mountain monsters once. No shade to mountain monsters. Those are good guys. My mom loves that show. But it's not real. If you want to figure out how to prove Bigfoot exists, the example that mountain monsters would give you is to build a giant 20 or 30 foot cage booby trap, like a Scooby-Doo episode. And oh, we almost caught him. Oh, we were this close. That little son of a bitch got away. We almost had him, though. Here comes Bigfoot. Oh, shit, we missed him. Every episode. Whatever monster they're dealing with, that's what we see. We just missed him. We built this amazing booby trap and we didn't get him. It's all BS, man. It's entertaining. It's a fun show. They're great guys. No shade on them. Like I said, my mom loves them. Andy met them. They're really good dudes. No shade at all. Love those guys. but it's not reality. And if you're going out on an investigation dealing with something that's dangerous, and you're trying to apply the lessons you've learned from entertaining shows that are bullshit, you're going to get hurt. That's the truth, man. I'm sorry, that's the truth. As Old Boy said this episode, and as I've said 100 different times, we're going to tell you the damn truth whether you like it or not. Our society today has a hard time dealing with truth. You are vilified for telling the damn truth now. The whole society is built on lies, guys. Lies and euphemisms. We'll call it this instead of this, so it's not so bad. I could get into a bunch of different examples, but then that's going to go way off into territories where we get into politics and all kinds of stuff where everybody's going to bitch and moan. Because you got a bunch of weak-ass people that cry like little bitches whenever you say something. That's the truth of it. Oh, he said this, and it hurt my feelings. Then you got to deal with that nonsense. Instead of just being able to sit down and have an honest conversation with people. Whatever happened to that? How do you ever expect to learn if you can't have a conversation without getting your little feelings hurt and getting triggered and running away? How are you going to learn anything? You want me to teach you something? I'll teach you something. Here's a lesson that I'll teach you that will serve you so well in your life. Whatever field you want to get into, whatever it is, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you want to be a mechanic, you want to be a scientist, you want to get into paranormal, you want to write books, you want to be a cashier at Walmart, whatever the hell it is you want to do. Find other people that do it. Surround yourself with the best you can find. So let's say you have a group of 4 or 5 people. You want to be the least talented person in that group. You want to surround yourself with people that are smarter and better than you are at whatever it is you want to do. And then you want to shut your damn mouth and you want to soak up as much of that information as you can. Every bit of it. Learn as much as you possibly can. When you reach the point to where you know more than the rest of the people in that group, find yourself another group. That's the way to do it if you really want to be the best. If you really want to learn, you find the people that do it, that are better than you, and you surround yourself with those people and you soak up that information like a sponge. I've done that most of my life. Whenever I want to get into a subject matter that I'm not familiar with, I will research the hell out of it. I'll read everything I can find on it. And then I will find the best. The people that are better at that than anybody else. And I will surround myself with those people. And I will learn as much as I possibly can from them. Until I know more than they do. That's the way to do it. But that's not what people do anymore. People aren't willing to admit when they don't know something. People aren't willing to admit that somebody else might be better than they are at something. Instead, everybody just BS's, man. That's what they do. They pretend that they know what they're talking about when they don't. And what that does is put a bunch of false information out there. And you see that not just in the paranormal, man. You see that every single walk of life, you got that crap going on. And you got to argue with these idiots constantly. And it makes you crazy. I mean, we saw it a lot of times in the last 3 or 4 years, didn't we? How many times did I have to argue with people about the stupid diaper over their face? How many times has that happened? Countless. Not just idiots online who are arguing with you about it. Who pretend, oh, you need to follow the science. Bitch, you don't even know what the science is. What are you talking about, follow the science, you moron? What's the weave pattern size of that mask you're wearing? What is it? Oh, you don't know, do you? It's over 60 microns. What's the size of that virus you're trying to stop with that dumb diaper? 1 micron. So you tell me how the hell something the size of 1 micron is going to be stopped by something that has a 60 micron weave pattern. Holes, see? See the holes? Right through the holes. You frickin' moron. You don't understand the science. Why are you talking to me? I had to deal with that so many times. One time I was taking my wife to a doctor's appointment. Now this was after a dozen studies had already come out. Peer-reviewed studies proving that the stupid diaper on your face didn't work. I take her to a doctor's appointment. This Poindexter little punk security guard gives us a bunch of grief about putting on our masks. And I said, I'm not putting on that damn thing. And he all stepped up like he was going to do something. Because he's a security guard and I'm supposed to listen to him. I didn't listen. I didn't do it. I never put that damn thing on. You can kiss my ass. What are you going to do about it? And I pretty much told him that. What are you going to do about it? He didn't do shit. He sat down and shut his damn mouth. That's what he did. I'm tired of people who don't know what the hell they're talking about telling me what to do. And I'm sure you are too. It is infuriating. I mean, we had argument after argument after argument about that. Same thing when the Fauci ouchie came out. 100% safe. It works. How do you know that? How do you know it works? Were you in the lab? Were you doing the testing? How do you know it's safe long term? It just came out. There's been no long-term testing. There hasn't been time. How do you know? You don't know. But you're doing this, ain't you? Now what do we know about it? Blood clots, sterility, birth defects, all kinds of mean, nasty things. Young people having heart attacks, myocarditis, all kinds of mean, nasty things. You think it might have been a good idea to, instead of blindly following like an idiot and yelling at people who are trying to warn you, you think it might have been a good idea to say, should I allow them to stick this into my body when I have no idea what the hell it is or what it's going to do? It hasn't even been really tested. Is that a good idea? No. How about the person who tries to tell you that? You yell at them and curse them and ban them off of this platform and that platform. It's ridiculous. Our society has gone crazy. If you ever seen the movie Idiocracy, that's what we are living in, dude. Idiocracy. These people are stupid. And they don't know what the hell they're talking about, ever. But we're supposed to bow down to them. I'm tired of it. I'm not bowing to nobody. I don't bow. And I'm not going to listen. You can kiss my ass. If I know you're wrong, I'm not going to listen to you. Because you're wrong. If you had any sense, you'd hear the other side of the argument. And maybe you wouldn't do things that are going to hurt you. We got that same attitude in the paranormal field. And it is ridiculous. And everybody's afraid to say something about it. Because if I call out this person, if I say something about it, they're going to talk smack about me. So what? What are you going to do about it? You're fake. You're full of shit and you don't know what you're talking about. What are you going to do about it? You're not going to do anything about it. You might do that about it a little bit, run your damn mouth. So what? I don't care. You think I give a damn about a TV show? I don't care about any of this stuff, man. I don't care. I'm going to tell the truth. That's what I care about. I care about this audience listening to this show. And I care about telling them the damn truth. So if you got people coming out there and saying that they're an expert in this, an expert in that they have some weird psychic ability to tell when dolls are haunted, Or they can walk into a room and tell you exactly what kind of ghost or demon is there, their whole backstory. They're full of shit. Period. It's not true. They're lying. Now, are psychics real? Or are they BS? I happen to think that psychics are real, that there are some people out there that do have gifts and abilities. But it doesn't work the way these people are pretending it works. And believe me, if you're paying them money to tell you about something, chances are they're full of shit. All those people that will do readings for you for money and all that stuff, man, it's a job. It's a job, man. It's nothing more than what you used to do in the carnival. When you'd go to the carnival and they would, here, take this basketball. If you can shoot it in the hole, you can win this big teddy bear. Well, shit, the hole's only as big as the basketball, but you can't see it from that angle. So you're a mark, man. You go in there and you take the shot and you miss. You take the shot and you miss. You blow $50 trying to win a bear that you could buy down at the store for like $20. And they got for like $5 because they got it from China. And it's probably full of lead. And you're going to give your girl cancer with it. That's the truth. I don't care. I'm not going to pretend. I'm not going to lie. And I'm not going to not speak the damn truth. So you want to know what's going on? You want to know why everything's going crazy? A couple things. One, we're reaching the end. The rapture should be happening. I'm not going to give you a date because I don't know it. But we're at that point where I wouldn't be surprised if it happened. If it happens today, I'm not surprised by it. If it happens in 5 years, I'm not surprised by it. Who knows? But we're reaching that time where everything the Bible says needs to happen has already happened. Now we're just waiting for Jesus. If you want to know why everything's going crazy, it's because also things are getting released that they haven't talked about for years. The government's been hiding, and they're getting released now. So a lot of this stuff that we're freaking out about now, that people are going, oh my God, this is crazy, happened decades ago. But they just been lying about it this whole time. So you got a compression of time situation as well, to where something that's spread out over 40 years, 60 years, 80 years, all gets released in the same month. So it compresses it all down to, oh my God, this is crazy. But in reality, it took a long time for all those things to happen. It's just been kept secret. So that's part of it. And then the other part of it is a lot of people making videos about crap they have no idea about it. And that's another problem. And that's another thing that's happening that is shoving tons of this crap out into the world, to where everybody's like, oh my God, this person's saying this and this person's saying this, and you got all these people saying this, and oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And they freak out. Calm down. It's all right. None of this matters. None of it. So what? There's aliens. Big deal. Does that change anything for you? You still got to get your ass out of bed in the morning and go to work. You still got to listen to your kids scream and holler in your damn ear. You still got to figure out why little Timmy won't stop shoving M&Ms in his nose. What the hell, Timmy? They don't go there, dude. They go in your mouth. 4 inches down. You're gold, man. Not that high. Up your nose, you can't breathe. Little Timmy might need to see somebody. A little crazy. You got your own problems. You got your own life. Most of this stuff is just interesting, but it doesn't really matter to you. It doesn't affect you. The only way it affects you is if the aliens are going to actually attack us and we're going to go to war. That affects you, but nothing you can do about it anyway. What are you going to do about it? If they can get here from wherever the hell they're from, they're a lot more advanced than we are. They're smarter than us. They got better technology than us. What happened to the Native Americans? They might have been better warriors. They definitely had a better philosophy on the world, to be one with nature and to preserve the land. But what happened to them? We had better technology. That's why we won. Better technology. So even if they were stronger, even if they were better fighters, even if they had more of a will to live and survive, it doesn't matter. Because our technology wiped them out. Same thing's going to happen with aliens. Their technology will just wipe us out. We don't stand a chance. Doesn't mean that we won't fight. Hell, I'll fight. I'm a redneck. I love to fight. Let's go. Are we going to win? No. We're going to end up either their slaves or destroyed if that's what they want. So, in all reality, does that really rank up there with something you ought to be worried about? Not really. Because if it happens, it happens, dude. There's nothing you can do about it. So I think most of this is hype, man. Most of this is people getting bent out of shape over nothing. That's what I would say. Yes, there is more activity. Yes, there is stuff going. Yes, I think that we're reaching the end times when the rapture is going to happen and we're going to have the tribulation period and judgment and all that kind of stuff. I think that's coming. I think it's coming soon. I can't give you a day because I don't know the day. But I think it's coming. And I'm very, very glad that I'm saved. And I would urge anybody who's listening who isn't to get right with God, because you're going to need him for what's coming. That's my opinion. If you don't feel that way, that's cool. Whatever, man. Do you. Love you anyway. So that being said, I'm going to throw it back over to Old Boy and get his final sum up kind of deal, and then I'll be back to close out.
I hope you guys enjoyed this show. It was something different. Now we're pretty much getting uncensored, so you're going to hear a lot of different words from us, but it's not going to be as bad. If you guys want to listen to us on Parax Radio every Sunday nights at 12 a.m. Eastern, 9 Pacific, or the Best of Show, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific, I think on Tuesday nights. Sorry about that. You can listen to us on Spotify now. You can listen to us on Paranation. I looked up some, there's a whole bunch of radio shows you can listen to us now. YouTube, you can check out our show on Facebook also. You guys want some merchandise? We'll tell you where to go. James will tell you what you can buy, shirts, beanies, all kinds of cool stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. It was great. I love doing it for you guys. Middle of June. So, you guys have a good night, misfits, motherfuckers, demon hunters, and ghost lovers. Have a good night, and blessed be.
Well, the hell of a show, wasn't it? I went on a rant. The Old Boy went on a little bit of a rant. It was a fun one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. YouTube channel, youtube.com/James Hershey Jr. Here's another shameless plug. I lost count. Go check it out. 100% free. Subscribe. Watch the videos. Like the videos. Blah, 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 blah. You know the spiel. It doesn't really matter. If you want to check it out, check it out. It's free. Cool stuff on there. Thousands of videos. Enjoy it. A merch store is in the description box of every video on YouTube. That's where the link is. Click it, and you can get to whatever you want. Tons of merch. You got shirts and posters and towels and just all kinds of different stuff. If you want it, it's there. If you don't, that's cool too. Thank you all for watching. Let us know down in the comment section down there what you think. Are you sick and tired of a lot of these people that run their mouth all the time, don't know what the hell they're talking about? They drive me crazy. Are you sick and tired of that in society as a whole, man? Just dealing with it in your everyday life when you're just trying to get somewhere. You're just trying to get your wife to a doctor or something like that, and you got to deal with these dumbass people. I can't take it anymore. It's making me crazy, guys. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think. As always, appreciate you, love you, and I'll catch you on the next one. Till I speak to you again. Love many, trust few, and do harm to none. God loves you, and so do I. Bye-bye.